then the rest of the life of that child, as she grows into a woman, she's promiscuous, she lets men use her, she's always hungry for attention and love, no one can ever satisfy it. It's from a deeper cellular memory wound, and it's absolutely possible to heal it, but the way to heal it is you have to have either your own awareness, full awareness, to help your angels help you heal it, or you need to go to healers you trust and have them help you with that process, because it's going to continue to happen. It doesn't matter if you're 10, 20, 80 years old, if that unconscious cellular memory is still there and you're not acknowledging it and healing it, it's going to keep acting out through you. So I will pause. It is 5:55. And
yes, it is.
I'm going to read a card to you, but let me know if anybody else commented real quick.
Let's see. Ron was saying, oh, no, never mind. That's about the computer. But I was going to say, I grew up with all those names of angels. And it's, Ariel, Shmuel, Gabriel, and these are biblical names.
Yes.
And they always end with L at the end, which
Isn't
means,
it? I've kind of questioned, like, how come they're all like Emmanuel, Haniel?
Yeah, that L means God.
Oh, nice.
But
that's beautiful.
Metatron sounds to me like one of the Transformers.
Yeah, actually, I think there was like a Megatron was a Transformer. What's his name? Megatron?
Yep.
That's true. Yeah, these angels, well, and the way I look at it is angels, as much as we as humans are changing, because I've tuned in and asked them questions, and I never asked them about the L part. I have noticed it, though, so that's interesting. Makes sense, actually. But when I've tuned in and asked them, questions like how come people think that Michael is this certain way and that Ariel's this certain way, but what I'm getting from Ariel is this. And what they helped me understand is that even like when I read a book that someone wrote and they said they channeled an angel, one time I was reading one and the way the woman was writing a certain part about the book in relation to God, I just was like, this doesn't feel aligned to me. Excuse me, it doesn't feel aligned to me. So I tuned in and I asked Ariel, like, what is this? Like, this doesn't really feel right. And so this person, God, I have like freaking hiccups. Why is that happening?
Okay.
This person is, making a lot of sense for a lot of this paragraph, but then there's this projection that it feels like it's her belief system. And so when I was tuning in, Ariel's like, great awareness. This human has brought in our consciousness through her own filter, and through her own filter, she has created it in the best way she knew how to express it from her own belief system. And so if we have a belief system that's very religious, we will still be able to access and channel the angels, let's say, but we may bring it through our filter and we start to kind of, in a way, dilute the purity of the message, and we'll project it out where a lot of it seems true, but some of it's got a little bit of a taintedness to our own belief system. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, it makes sense, but I mean, I can understand why there are others that don't sound right, and we don't accept it, sort of. But I mean, Metatron apparently is one of the very high, more important angels.
The way I see it, and from my awareness of the angels, is they're all important.
Yeah.
But there's certain ones that get kind of popular. It's kind of like, let's say, Dr. Wayne Dyer and Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra. And so maybe, like, for last 10 years, Deepak was at the top of the game. Like, everyone's like, whoa, it's all about Deepak. We listen to what he has to say. And then we get Eckhart Tolle comes in, and everyone's like, whoa, no, he is the most aware and wise one. And so we'll start to tune in. But really, the way I see the angels is higher consciousness of who we are. So keep that in mind. These are beings of higher consciousness. We are part of that. And they are basically coming in different timings that will help humans when they're ready. So for a long time, Archangel Michael, so many humans say how they were very comfortable and knew Michael in their childhood. They were growing up and Michael was a very big part of their journey, or Gabriel, Raphael. And then some, as they get later in their journey, they start talking about Metatron and how Metatron's helping them understand how to access and activate their Merkaba, and how their light bodies are expansive. So what I see it as is that certain angels have different jobs and duties. And so some of the angels will come in and assist with healing. Shamuel will come in and assist with relationships, communication. Gabriel is also a really great messenger angel to help us with expression, maybe written word. But they're all just as valuable. Just like Amnon is just as valuable as Tanya Love. But Amnon's going to have his little niche and his power and how he will bring his wisdom and how he'll bring his assistance. And then Tanya Love will have her part of that on the show. We'll have both of our parts. Neither of us are any more important than the other, but we both are contributing in our own signature. So Tanya Love's signature, I have a certain energy, vibration, and frequency to me and how I assist souls. And Amnon has his signature and frequency and how he assists. But one isn't really better or more superior than the other. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, but I just wanted you to know that I do tell them what to do.
You tell the angels what to do?
Yes.
I believe that about you, Anna. They told me about you. They're like, watch out. It's kind of bossy. Well,
boy.
and what's that?
Go ahead with the card.
Okay. I was just going to make one quick comment on that. We can actually, we don't necessarily need to be praying to angels, like begging.
Right.
I don't really talk to my angels like that. I'm not like, please, God, if you think I'm worthy. I don't ever talk to them like that. For me, it's just like I'm talking to all of you on the show. I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. Thank you for the lesson. Boom, it's out of here. Bring in the new stuff. I am ready. What you got?
Mm-hmm.
And I talk to them just like that. I'm just like, okay, what do you have? And then I listen and they're, I'll be like, did I do something wrong, angels? Like, what is this situation? Why is this person being so hateful? And then I'll listen. No, you did not do anything wrong. This person is going through a lot of sadness. They're projecting on you. You need to just stay in your power, stay awake and aware, observe them, be mindful you're not absorbing. So they'll bring me consciousness and understanding, but I talk to them just like I talk to you guys. I'm not like, oh, Heavenly Father, if I'm worthy. I don't do any weird kind of speaking, and that's fine if you guys want to talk like that. I just really feel like they don't need us to do that. What they really are helping us with is to be authentic and just to be us and just to talk to them like you talk to your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why they have me on this show talking to humanity, is because I have this way that I just speak so bluntly and so normal and human, and I'm also accessing that wisdom, and everyone can feel that, but I'm showing you and mirroring to you that it doesn't need to be in some like fancy way. It's just listening. It's just communication, and that we are worthy. We just us being us. I don't have to wear a robe and go in an ashram. I don't have to do any of that to be worthy of accessing this wisdom and consciousness. I'm one with it, and you're one with it. It's just some of you guys are blocking it. Make sense?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. We do an animal card today, Crow. And it's because last night in our Sacred Soul Sister Circle, we were doing some burning ceremony and releasing, things that we're ready to clear, that we're aware of, or maybe we're not aware of, but we're ready to clear things that could be blocking us or causing us to feel stuck, like Cherokee talked about. And we did a burn ceremony, and this crow just kept rah, 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 the whole time. And then he's flying across us and back and forth. And I'm just like, and suddenly I just stopped and I said, girls, Crow has something to say. And I was like, I'm just going to tune in and tell you what I'm sensing. And so I started to say what I felt Crow was showing up for. And then I remembered a lot of wisdom from a card I had read a while back from my Secret Language of the Animals deck. And so I'm going to read that to you because I feel all of you are at this place. If you're tuning into my show today, some part of you, you're ready to break free. You're ready to go into a higher vibration and a higher alignment with your source. You're ready to love yourself. And this, I feel Crow has a message for all of us and physically, literally showed up last night. So I felt like I was supposed to give Crow some love, and Crow wants the attention, and Metatron can wait his turn. So, okay. So Crow, it represents communication, transformation, story, and universal law. Ancient lore tells us that each animal spirit has a unique gateway through which they enter the sacred circle of life. Each doorway is symbolic of the gift that each is destined to bring to the world. So all of us are destined to bring different gifts to the world. There is a gateway for each of the animal species through which their potential is birthed into reality. All are included except for Crow. Crow is the gatekeeper. And what I love about that is my angels tell me I'm very much like a gatekeeper or a bridge assistant that assists souls in crossing into higher awareness. And so I kind of feel like a connection and resonance with that. Crow knows the essence of all who come to the circle. He meets each at the threshold of their journey and assists their passage into becoming who they really are. So basically, think of Crow as your assistant to returning to your true, authentic self, becoming true to self. That's what you're here to do. Did you just do a crow? Awesome. To the ancestors of the native elders, Crow is the totem of the Great Spirit, the weaver of light and dark, of inner and outer worlds. He is honored with the deepest respect. Crow's pitch-black feathers symbolize pure spiritual strength and creation. With nests perched at the top of the tallest trees, Crow has long been honored for his unique perspective and magic way of seeing and being in the world. Each caw of Crow actually has a different meaning, and the depth of their vocabulary gives us a glimpse at their intelligence. Crows are renowned problem solvers, lock pickers, and tool users. They can survive in almost any situation. I can relate to that one too. When one crow solves or explores something new, others in the clan watch closely and learn. So think of that as like if you have a spiritual teacher like channeling and then sharing with the world a message, that is what an alignment would be for that, is that we're going to listen, we're going to share that message and spread the word. Crows remember the faces of those who have helped them as well as those who have harmed them. And yes, that is the truth. And it doesn't mean you forgive, but you don't necessarily forget who's done you wrong, because that's part of wisdom, is to remember who had integrity and who withholds that. They not only carry this story with them through their life, but they spread the word so that all in their clan know who to trust and who to be careful of. And this is something that I've observed, how sometimes souls that are threatened by that alignment and that power will try to spread false rumors about people as well. So we all have to practice our discernment. That's a part of every journey. Celebrated by many cultures for their playful and mischievous nature, crows form close friendships with a wide variety of animals. They can be seen surfing the wind, sledding in the snow, and playing with sticks in the wild. And they have even been known to build fake nests high in treetops to confuse their predators. Here's the message. Crow is the guardian and the messenger of your unique sacred story, the keeper of universal law. He stands at the gateway to assist you in the transition from one chapter in your life to another, from one level of being and doing in the world to the next. Think of being in that nautilus shell and you're in that chamber and that stuck feeling that Cherokee's talking about. You're about to expand into the next chamber. So just surrender and allow yourself that expansion and watch. It'll happen very naturally. He stands at the gateway to assist you. Okay, I already read that. Da-da-da. As you approach, Crow calls out on your arrival, speaking the story of the steps that you have taken so far, the lessons and the gifts that you have gathered en route to this place. As you reach the threshold, Crow pauses and stares deep into your soul with cold metallic eyes. He asks you what you have learned and why you believe that you are now ready to move on to the new. What is the purpose of your path? So this is a good question for you guys to reflect upon. What have you learned? And why do you feel you're ready to move forward into greater expansion? His caw is sharp and penetrating and at times intimidating, but in truth, he does this only as a game. He is not really here to test you or hold you back, but to celebrate and herald your transition into a new realm of experience. He knows that you are ready, for he has watched your every step of the way and spoken your journey into the great gatherings of the tribe. He knows who you really are. Do you? And that is a really important question. So Crow knows who you each are. Do you know who you are? Who really are you? Are you ready to show that? Crow's penetrating stare and abrasive call is a gift, for it gives us the opportunity to strengthen your resolve and stare right back. Stepping forward with even more